Now we've picked the beautiful location of Whitefish Lake, so I can answer some travel questions. Let's do it. Favorite landscape other than snow? The forest. I think the forest really inspires me, it grounds me. I like trees, they kind of shelter us from all the views, and I like that. Most inspiring place I've been? Iceland, without a doubt. Especially the highlands of Iceland. It's like driving through the moon for days and you don't see anybody. How many countries have I been to? I haven't counted. Probably more than 10. Which country do I love most? Oh man, well, I want to say France, because that's home. But I love the States as well. So, France. Have I ever been to South Tyrol? Yes, I've been to South Tyrol. I've had delicious food and I've met really fun people. Kind of strange because they speak German and Italian at the same time, so it's kind of confusing. Also, Julian, who you probably know from other videos, is from South Tyrol. Where will my next adventure be? I think the biggest one is going to be Greenland this summer. How do I get to know new places? Magazines, adventure journals, Sidetrack, National Geographic. I have a big atlas I like to check often. Google Maps and Instagram, actually. I found a lot of places through Instagram. I'll start with a country and then I'm not trying to go, hunt the same places that people go to, but I might start off with a country that I've seen on Instagram. If budget and time were no issue, where would I go and what would I create? I would create a documentary about Mars. Even though it's pretty wild. Okay, but if you want a more grounded answer, I would probably go seek all these crazy little islands in the South Pacific that have some of them have airfields, some of them don't have them, but they're all like spread out. I would like to go document these and talk about their history. What is your average time spent on location? At least 5 days. That's like really, should be the average, but usually more than that. I like to take my time because I think my work gets better with time. I need to, let the place sink in. I don't shoot photos in the first day when I go somewhere. So yeah, at least 5 days. What was the first mountain I climbed? One mountain in Spain, in the Sierra de Madrid. I think it's called La Bola del Mundo. It's just 2,600 meters with my dad. Barely remember it, but that's the first one. When did I start traveling, and how did I earn money to pay for it all? I started traveling, okay, well, it's kind of two different questions, but I started traveling from a young age with my parents. But I would say that 2009, I sold a photo of Andrea falling into the pool that I shot to Microsoft. And it was for a big campaign, 2 years. I had no idea what was going on. I was in college. But they ended up being a pretty big paycheck out of nowhere. I mean, I was just like a student eating noodles and they just had this massive paycheck come. So that allowed me to travel. What conditions do I gravitate towards, and any tips to photograph that? I gravitate towards cold conditions because I guess I like things to be a little harder, type 2 fun. And the tips I'd have to photograph them is to bring hot tea, bring a bunch of layers, and bring enough batteries, and keep your batteries in your pockets. Bring a sleeping bag that's warmer than you think you're going to need, because you're always going to be cold at some point. And bring a buddy, because times gets pretty long when you're just hanging out in the snow and the cold. What made me want to travel? What made me want to travel? I've never really asked myself that question. I don't think I've decided one day like I'm going to travel. It was just the way that we've always done it. And I'm really curious, very curious about things. If there's one word that would define me, I think it's curious. So knowing how people do different things, I love knowing that. I think that's what keeps me traveling. Curiosity. Do you think the travel Instagram market is saturated? Whew. I mean, there's always phases for everything. So I think that through Instagram, we're getting through to quite a saturation, I'd say, of beautiful places and epic, amazing locations, over-edited landscapes. But It doesn't bother me. There's definitely a lot of people doing it. Saturated though? There's always room for you if you do things differently. So, no, I don't think it's saturated. There's definitely a lot of people doing it, and the downside would be that we'll become desensitized to like beautiful places because it's all we see. Is there any time I don't feel like shooting a trip? Not really, because I wouldn't be there otherwise. I've never been on a trip because I had to. It seems like traveling is very expensive. Do you agree? Depends how you travel, right? Growing up, I really traveled with nothing. I would just hitchhike from one place to the other place. I've boat hitchhiked, jet ski hitchhiked. You can do it for next to nothing. You'd be amazed how much people are happy to put you up for the night in their garage floor if you're just interested in them and it's genuine. So no, I wouldn't agree with that. Yeah, thank you for all these questions. It was good. I actually get to know myself through the answers.
Get out there and explore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. Get out there. Make sure to subscribe to all these videos. There's more coming every week.